You listen to Shalimar the God. And the thing that stood out to me, the more I thought about, the more I realized that if you really consider it, Naruto's the Draymond Green of Shonen. And what I mean by that is that there have so many different similarities that you just can't miss the more you follow both characters. Now, Draymond Green really is a character in terms of just how, over top he can be and how outspoken he is. And he's the kind of guy that you either love or you potentially love to hate. The things that really stood out to me with regards to how similar they are is, one, the whole theme of being an underdog. So with Naruto, he starts off and he has difficulty, working with chakra as a result of the fact that he's got the nine tails within him, and that makes things quite difficult with regards to his ability to exercise control. With Draymond Green, he undersized, power forward, and the thing is, he was a player that people didn't know what to do with when he got into the league. They weren't quite sure how to best utilize him. The thing is that with Naruto, he, by virtue of, tenacity, there's also the rivalry he had with Sasuke, which helped drive him. He eventually, really became what, Kakashi would refer to as a splendid ninja. And with Draymond Green, his thing was that his mentor, sensei, if you will, Mark Jackson, who encouraged his team to be the best versions of themselves and to hone their individual skills that made them unique as NBA players. And by virtue of Draymond Green getting an opportunity to really shine and show what he can do, he turned himself from someone that really didn't know what to do with to one of the most desirable types, if you will, of player in the league. Just so we're clear in terms of what he is. At best, Draymond Green is a 3-and-D power forward who can see the floor and make plays like a point guard. That is a very desirable skill set in the modern NBA. So much so that if you've been following it for the last 5 or so years, every time you turn around, they're always trying to put someone at the 4 position so that they can play the Draymond Green role, as if there's like a whole stock full of Draymond Green. You're just going to drive by Greens Are Us and pick up one. And the thing with that is, wonderful as that would be for, teams to be able to, at any time slide somebody into that role or make a trade and put someone in that role. And that's not as easy as it sounds. And the thing with that being said is that Naruto, if you follow the series, developed his skills and became, as a result of, the tail beast and, his mastery over that, as well as mastering Sage Mode and other skills, he became a very uniquely talented and skilled ninja that was highly sought after by the end of the series. The thing that really stood out when I thought about the series and how everything played out and jutsus that Naruto learned and how he developed, one of the things that I thought would have made all the difference is if he had taken the time to learn the Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu. I feel like that would have made a huge change in just the way the battles played out and some of the things that they could have done. I mean, we already got a taste of it when Naruto had transformed himself into a Shuriken and did that, combination attack with Sasuke against Zabuza. Imagine if Naruto became a Shuriken after making a Shadow Clone, or the Shadow Clone became the Shuriken after he created a Shadow Clone, and then he did the Shadow Clone Jutsu after that. That would be a big brain move that would add a level of unpredictability that would leave opponents completely dumbfounded. And it could be in a lot of ways comparable to what ultimately happened to the Golden State Warriors when you took the point guard Steph Curry off the ball, and now he's running around off ball, like a shooting guard, and you throw that in with Klay's antics, and then you end up in a situation where you have the best 3-point shooting backcourt of all time, and your power forward is the one who's passing and making the plays, and it's just turning just offensive schemes on their head. There was a lot of doubt in terms of what they could do in terms of being a jump shooting team, and the Warriors definitely proved everyone wrong, similar to how Naruto proved everyone wrong by the end of the Pain arc, when he had ultimately became the hero of the Leaf by defeating Pain and keeping the village safe. Now, it could have been such a huge, game changer, much like, what happened when Draymond Green came into prominence. I'd be curious to see what you think. So by all means,